What is going on, everybody? Mega here with a brand new video, and this is gonna be the beginning of a series of tutorials that I'm gonna be doing from now on, focusing on making a bot for Discord in Python. These programming videos are gonna be like the main focus of my channel now. Like, I'm gonna be shifting away from like anime related videos. It's more gonna be like programming and game design, and I'll still do like some anime videos, but that's not really going to be the focus. The focus is more going to be on actual actual tutorials and stuff. So now for this tutorial, we're actually not going to be doing a lot of programming. We are going to do some programming, but it's not a lot, because this is mainly going to be preparing, doing the basic setup before we can actually make a bot for Discord in Python. And so for first off, before you do anything, you're gonna want to make sure that you have Python installed on your computer. If you go onto python.org's download page, you'll see that the latest version of Python 3.72 was released, and that's actually the version that I use. But I have heard that 3.6 is more stable than 3.7. However, I actually use the latest version. You could use the 3.68 and still do basically everything that I'm doing in a 3.7 and have no difference whatsoever. It's just that 3.7 is more. It's the latest version. That's the only difference. And so once I already have it installed, but I'm just going to show you the basic process. You're going to download it, and I'm just going to let it finish downloading, even though I already have it installed. And I'll let it open. As you can see, mine is a little bit different than what yours would be, because I already have it installed. So basically, you're just gonna go through the steps of installing it, but down or right around here, there's just gonna be a little box that says add to path or something. You're gonna want to make sure that's clicked, because if it's not added to your, if Python is not added to your path, then you're gonna have some issues in the next step. So make sure that when you install Python, that it's added to the path, and that's gonna make your life a whole lot easier. I'm not gonna go through the basic process of how to fix it if it's not on path, but you can just Google around just to figure out how to fix it. But because that's what I had to do. It was basically just going into my environment variables and actually making Python attached to path. But I'm not going to go over the whole process of doing it. So I'm just going to cancel this. Yeah. Okay, and now that you have Python installed, the next step is that you're going to want to go to GitHub, Rhapsody, and you're going to want to copy this one. This is an API that you're going to need for coding in Python for Discord, because this is an API that has all the commands that we're going to be needing to make a bot for Discord. Now, in case you don't know what an API is basically just a library of programming functions. In programming, anytime you do a function, it comes from a library of functions called an API, and you're gonna need this particular one because this one is the newest version, which is called rewrite. and the reason why you need rewrite is because rewrite actually is receiving updates to for Discord, whereas the old versions, the old APIs aren't receiving updates anymore, and some of the functions aren't even valid anymore. So you want to have be coding it in the rewrite API, not like the old version. So make sure that, and I actually think that this might be the old version. Actually, let me see. Let me just go rewrite API Discord. There we go. This is the one you need. Sorry about that. Okay, so this now what you're gonna do is that if your bot is gonna be able to connect to a voice channel, then you're gonna want this one. If not, then you're just gonna want this one. Now, just keep in mind that this area right here, it varies what you have to do in your command prompt, depending on your system. Like some people use Python 3, some people just use Python. For me, it only worked if I only did py, and then pip install. So just like try like the different types, and and you're gonna eventually, once you find the one that actually works, you'll go through like the basic installation. So how to install it, I'm gonna cover that now. You're gonna open up your command prompt, and I'm not sure what it is for Macs, but for Windows, it's command prompt, and you're gonna run it as an administrator. And I'll just let it open. Okay, and then right in here, you're just gonna put in like the code that you're gonna use. And as I said, for me, it was py -m pip install -u discord.py voice. And if you don't want the bot to connect to a voice channel, then you just don't do voice. But I'm not going to do it because I already installed it. So that's basically it. All right. Now that we're done with those, we can do the next step, which is going to Discord app /developers. Okay, and this is my developers page. And so for this, for the next step you're going to do is you're going to just create an application. And I'm just going to call this YouTube tutorial. Create. And I'm not going to create a icon. And we don't need to do any of this. Then we're going to need to go to OAuth 2. We're gonna need bot, and we're gonna keep this open because we're not gonna need it just yet, but we're gonna need it in a little bit. So I'll open this in a new tab, because next we're gonna go to bot, and it's gonna ask me to sign in to my Discord. Okay, and so next we're gonna add a bot. Okay, and that's it. And we're gonna need this in a bit. So just keep this open. So the next thing you're gonna want to do is that you're gonna want to create a server. Now for this tutorial, I'm actually going to be using my personal bot server, which is a server that I'm using for the bot that I'm actually making right at this moment. Now, if you want to have access to the server, so you can see like the general like like me testing out commands for the bot that I'm actually making. I'll post a link in the description. So, but otherwise, if you have a server that you want to test your bot in, then you can just add it to that server, or otherwise you're just gonna create a new server. So next, we're gonna actually go back to the developer portal, and we're gonna copy this. You can just press copy if you want, but for some reason I just did it the long way. I'm gonna open a new tab and paste it. Go. And it's gonna bring you to a page. It's gonna ask you to sign in again. And I'm gonna select my bot server. It's gonna ask if you're a robot. Just do that, and your bot should appear in your server. And there it is. The bot's in the server. And if you go to member list, you'll see that the bot is offline. So we're gonna fix that. Okay, now that you have a Discord.py rewrite installed, now we can begin the actual programming. So now I'm here in PyCharm, which is a very good IDE made by JetBrains. They make some really good IDEs, and I highly recommend this one. And so what I did is I basically just made a new project, and then once the project was made, I went into the Viniv library root, and then I right clicked and clicked on new Python file. And so now we have a Python file. We're ready to program. Well, it's not completely ready because we need an interpreter on it. So I think mine's already has the interpreter, but I'm just going to show you how to add it. So we're going to go to settings, and we're going to go to project interpreter, and under here you should see yours should be different than what mine's is, but what you're going to do is you're going to go over to here. I'm going to go to add, type in Discord. And then you're going to go down until you see discord.py rw. You're going to click that one and install the package. And that way and this is the Python wrapper API that I was talking about that we're going to be using. Rewrite. Okay, and mine is already installed, so we can begin on the programming. So first off to begin, we're gonna type import Discord. All right, and then we're gonna go do from Discord dot extensions. We're gonna import commands. All right, and next we're gonna create a variable, and this variable is gonna be called token. Now, why am I creating this variable? Well, because at the very end we're gonna be using our token that's from the Discord the developers, and to get to it, we're gonna go to the developer portal, and we're gonna go to bot. No, it's actually in OAuth 2. I think so. I'm just finding. No. There we go. That was weird. Okay, there we go. All right. And so the reason why we create this variable is because at the very end we're going to be using this our token, which we get from the developers window, and we go to find our token. We just go to bot, and we click on copy token. Now you can copy my token, but it's not going to work on your bot. Each token is unique to the bot. So, and at the end of this video, I'm actually going to change this token. So even if you try and use it, then it's not going to work for you. All right, and so now that our token is added, the next thing we need is we need another variable called client, which you can name this whatever you want. I like to call mine client equals commands.bot, and this is where we're going to add our command prefix. The command prefix is the symbol that goes at the beginning of a command that when you type a command in Discord. So it's command prefix, and I always like to make my command prefix the first letter of the name of the bot and then a period. Since this bot's name is YouTube, I'm just gonna type y dot. Okay. All right. Now next, now before we go into the next thing, I need to cover something really quick, and that is the difference between an event and a command. Event and commands are both commands, but an event command is a command that you have no control over. It's a line. It's a section of code that the bot reads and does in situations that you have no control over. Like, for example, when a new member joins the server. If a new member joins the server, it will read the event command and will do what the event command tells it to do. With an actual command, you actually have control over when the command is launched. So that's the difference between an event and a command. And to create an event, we're going to do the name of the bot, the name of the client, which we named client, dot event. And I don't need any parameters, so I'm just going to take that off. Almost dropped my notes there. Async define on ready. And now what this function is going to do is it's simply going to send a message to our terminal to tell us that the bot is ready to be used. And to do that, we're just going to do print and do a message to send to the terminal. I'm going to do I am ready, but you can do whatever you want. All right. Okay. All right. Next, we need a at client command. Oh shit. Okay, and now that that's done, we need to create a command. So we're going to do at client dot command, and this doesn't need any parameters. So next we're going to do async def logout. Now this is a command, but this is a command that we actually don't use within the Discord. All this is going to do it's going to turn the bot off basically. Now something to keep in mind with this bot, it's only going to be online as long as the code is running within PyCharm. Once the code is not running, the bot is gonna go offline. the only way to keep the bot online 24/7 is to upload the bot to a web server. Now you save that for the very last, because there's no point in uploading the bot to a web server now, because it's not going to do anything right now, so there's no point. So it's better to save it until the very end. Okay, and so now next we're gonna do await client.logout. All right, and one last thing we're gonna do, client.run, and the variable that we created earlier, which is token. And this is why we created the variable, so that we wouldn't have to do this before. All right, and now that that's done, we can, if we go to our to the server that I'm using as a test, we can see that currently the bot is offline. But when I go to run YouTube, you can see that in my terminal it says I am ready, and on Discord the bot is online. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll cover how to make it look like the bot is playing a game, and also we'll cover some general commands, and also just a couple of other things. If you want access to this server right here, this is the server that I use for testing the commands that I'm for the bot that I'm currently working on, which is Romani right here. And if you want access to it to give me suggestions, or like just see the general work in progress of this bot, I'll post the link below, and you can also follow me on Twitter. And actually right now I'm running a little event on Twitter. Every day I'm gonna be drawing something, and the reason for this is not only to improve my own art, but it's also sort of like a message I'm trying to send. Because like there's been a lot of people like complaining about the current state of anime, and like how, and people are saying that, oh, it's all about stuff that I don't like. Oh, well, this is my way of like just sort of like try to get people to like move on from it, and just sort of like do something more productive than actually like than like complaining about anime. Like, and that's why I'm basically doing a drawing every day to sort of like get people in the mood to do that. So if you want part of that, I'll post the link in the description. So yeah, this has been Mega, and I will see you again next time.